it's the Deeks are winning it all this year.
Dude,
it's definitely the Deeks.
They can definitely. There's no way they don't win it. They're definitely gonna make college football playoff.
Yeah, for sure.
And get a sweet March Madness.
Yeah.
So you might be from Winston if you believe Wake has a chance each and every year. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Driving Triad. Today we're going to go through everything that you have probably heard if you are from Winston, you grew up here, all the different sayings that we have, and little quirks about our town.
Yeah, so you're going to know you're from Winston Salem to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So stick around, we're going to run right through it. All right guys, welcome back to another episode of Driving Triad. Today we're going to go through things that you're going to know you're from Winston if. So if you're interested in all things Winston, lifestyle, real estate, golf, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's what we talk about all the time. If you're looking at moving here, that's what we're here for. So click on the bell for further notifications, all that good stuff.
Smash the like button.
Yeah, smash that thing. Do it. Go ahead and send it to all your friends too. Make sure they do it also.
Share, like, subscribe.
But we're going to go ahead and make sure we're bringing you all the things Winston. So I've been in Winston now for 16 years.
Yeah.
You kind of grew up
around here, went to Wake Forest, all that good stuff. Yeah.
So one of the iconic things, right, that's kind of spread throughout the entire country now is the hot and fresh donut sign.
The hot now on Krispy Kreme, baby.
Yeah. So you see that light? It means those donuts are coming right off the line.
You're stopping.
Yeah, they're being glazed.
There's no option. You're stopping when you see the hot now sign. When that's lit up, you're going to Krispy Kreme.
Those things just melt in your mouth.
It's just sugar air.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's sugar air. It's so good.
You can make anything taste right if you fry it. But it's actually the original location for Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, right here on Stratford
Road. It's been here since the 30s.
Yeah.
So
corporate's still here. Yeah.
I actually used to give golf lessons to the gentleman. His grandfather started Krispy Kreme.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it was really neat, like kind of hearing the history of everything behind it.
Yeah.
But you guys get it everywhere in New York City and everywhere else now. But it started right here in Winston.
Right in Winston. We've had it for forever.
And it's something that locals are very proud of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another thing we're proud of is butchering the Spanish language. Let's talk about Buena Vista.
Buena, it's spelled like Buena in Espanol. However, in Winston,
Buena Vista.
It's Buena. Yeah.
If you go ahead and pronounce it Buena Vista, you're going to be found out. You're not a local.
You are not from here. Yeah.
And, I have no idea why it is that way.
Nope.
But it just is. Something else, I realized this, especially moving from an area not in the South to North Carolina when I was in high school, is this phrase that I hear was, I'm fixing to go do something.
Yeah, I'm fixing to go to the store. Yeah. I'm fixing to, build that thing in the backyard.
It is the most vague expression ever. Generally what I figured out is that people who are fixing to do something really aren't going to do a damn thing.
Well, they will.
It could be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or it could also be 30 days.
Correct. It's like when my wife asks me to do something, I tell her I'm going to do it later. It could be 30 minutes. It could be a few months down the road.
So if you don't want your wife on your case, just tell her that you learned about this new phrase.
You're fixing to do something.
I'm fixing to make dinner. This might not be today, it might be tomorrow, could be next weekend.
Right. Other thing here, barbecue. Well, the pulled barbecue, that's our thing. And so we're in the Triad here, so we have the Lexington style barbecue. Which
you've also got Eastern style.
That's the vinegar slop that they have in Eastern North Carolina, okay? They have the vinegar slop barbecue down there. It's not my cup of tea.
But, barbecue is a big, huge thing here in Winston and North Carolina in general. Like if you go just south of the city in Lexington, you've got a barbecue festival every year.
Every single year.
Thousands of people pour in.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of these little adjacent things that are going on with the barbecue festival. I get invited every year to the golf tournament down there at Lexington Golf Club, the barbecue festival tournament, where you go ahead and you play with a partner, and it's a pretty competitive event. But if you come to North Carolina, you got to be ready to. And when you talk about barbecue,
it's pulled pork. Yeah. We're not talking brisket or ribs or anything like that.
It's not Texas style barbecue or anything.
Correct.
It is North Carolina.
Yeah.
It is pulled pork.
Yeah.
Growing up in Western New York, we'd be like, we might have a barbecue this weekend, have a cookout. And you come down here and you say that, like,
Yeah,
you can't be putting like Italian sausage and burgers on the grill. That is not having a barbecue in your house.
Yeah. I mean, I had a tough time when I was up in New York when people were like, "Yeah, we're having a barbecue," and I'm like, "What do you mean? You're grilling out?"
Yes, that's exactly what they mean. Grill and barbecue are used interchangeably.
Yeah, and it's just
down here, unless you got a hog on that thing.
Yeah,
it's not barbecue.
You can smoke a pork butt and then you're kind of barbecuing, but I would just say, "Hey, I'm smoking a pork butt. Come on over for some barbecue."
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
it's a different thing.
But we grill out. We don't barbecue.
There you go.
And also, we don't eat that vinegar slop here in the Triad.
All right. Well, something else that you would know you're from Winston or you spent some time here is that you actually know Wake Forest. It's not in Wake Forest, North Carolina.
It's not. Started off in Wake Forest, which is near the Raleigh area.
Yeah. Moved here in the 50s.
Moved here in the 50s. RJR, got him to come over to Winston Salem, and what was it, 56-ish?
Yep, 56 according to Google.
And according to my 5 years at Wake Forest. But yeah, so Wake Forest was a college in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Moved to Winston in the 50s, and I mean, I've been a Wake Forest fan my entire life. Got all the basketball and football games. Trying to go catch some soccer and baseball, and it's
part of town.
It's part of the town. It's the hometown team.
Yep. I'm more familiar with them with the golf team. Got to meet a lot of those guys when they were in school, and Arnold Palmer actually I think played at Wake when it was still in Wake Forest. So he came out and toured in like the late 50s, early 60s. So I think he was still there when he was in Wake Forest, North Carolina.
We had a lot of pro golfers come out of
a ton of
Wake Forest.
I mean,
the Haas boys.
The Haas boys, Will Salatoris, Cam Young. You saw both those guys at the U.S. Open this weekend. Cam Young actually had a really good weekend.
Yeah.
You mentioned Bill House, Jay Sigel. Gosh, it goes on and on. If you go back a couple decades, like there was Curtis Strange won multiple U.S. Opens. There's a lot of really good players coming out of Wake Forest.
Yeah.
And they play at one of the best golf courses in the Southeast, Old Town Clubs, where I spent 7 years of my life.
Yeah.
It's an amazing track, and I can see why they're so prepared coming out there, because the school itself, the golf facility there, it's awesome. Amazing. Yeah. We did a video a couple of years back where we actually went over there, met Jerry at the facility, took us through everything. Like, they have everything they need over there and more.
Incredible. Just like all Wake Forest sports. Then we're at your house. We're at your house right now. Can you can you get me some Texas Pete?
Yeah. So if you're going to get hot sauce in North Carolina, it basically, you just ask for hot sauce, it's going to be Texas Pete.
It's made in Winston-Salem.
Don't know the exact story behind the name.
You're correct.
It ain't in Texas.
No, it is not. There was actually a lawsuit about that. Someone sued Texas Pete because they were like, it's not from Texas. He lost.
Probably did. Not something I've ever contemplated.
Yeah.
If you go any restaurant, you just ask for hot sauce.
For
the most part, unless you're at a Mexican restaurant, you're gonna get Texas Pete.
Texas Pete.
That's
all day long.
Hash browns, I need something on there. I need a little hot sauce.
Throw some Texas Pete on the eggs. Oh shoot, yeah.
Okay, so now we've talked about some different things, some different sayings, things like that here in Winston. But where are the places that you're from Winston?
There's some crucial landmarks, just some iconic landmarks in Winston-Salem.
Speaking of Old Salem, if you've been through there, you've seen all the different bakeries and restaurants and stuff in there, the cobblestone walkways, the homes from the 1700s.
Correct. Yeah.
And you and I, as we're talking, we probably just say Winston most of the time.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
But it is Winston-Salem because it was a combination of Winston and Salem.
And Salem. That's why you have Old Salem.
Yeah, because it used to be there. I mean, still there. But, combined to become Winston-Salem. Most of us locals here are just going to call it Winston.
You just call it Winston.
Yeah. And all of your friends have probably sent you a Christmas card from Old Salem at one point or another. From the bridge right there.
On the bridge. You have.
You prom posing it out there. I've had your Christmas card on my fridge at some point. And along with the other 8 families that sent me the exact same location with the Moravian stars above and everything else.
It's a popular spot.
It is a very popular spot.
But really cool to walk through. Go with family, go with friends, whatever you want to do. But it's a cool spot to just walk through Old Salem.
Yeah, so fun little fact there. That's why they call it the Twin City, just because it was Winston and Salem.
combined
into one.
Ronalda, Ronalda Village and Ronalda Gardens.
Yep.
It's awesome. It's beautiful to walk through Ronalda Gardens. They've got a whole village there with shops and restaurants and everything.
Yeah, and right there at the Ronalda House, rotating art exhibits through there.
Yep.
You've got the Southeast Center for Contemporary Art right there as well. A lot of people will go walk their dogs, all this other stuff through there, but a ton of history throughout there.
Yeah.
That was actually just one of their houses for that family.
Must be nice.
And it's, I forget exactly how big it is, but it's massive. Just, you could live in the basement. You got the bowling alley, the shooting range, the pool, everything you could ever want is down there. Just go ahead and put me up at the guest house. I'm fine. But a really neat place, and it's also connected to Wake.
Yeah, so I mean, you can walk from anywhere's walking distance if you have the time, right? But it is an easy, short walk from Ronalda to Wake Forest campus, which I might be biased since I went there, but it's a beautiful campus to go through, to drive through, to walk through. It's just a very pretty campus.
Another place you see people taking photos in the springtime, Ronalda Gardens.
Ronalda Gardens, yeah.
Truist Stadium. If you're going to come here, you're going to live here for a while. You're probably going to go check out a Dash game.
Gotta go see a Dash game.
Super family friendly. Lots of different events throughout the summer as far as like bring your pup to the park.
Oh yeah.
Your kids run the bases.
May the 4th be with you. Star Wars themed baseball night.
But then you got fireworks on the weekends as well. So I mean, just a really easy place to get to, easy to park.
Yeah.
In and out. It's food's gotten a little bit. The variety is going up at the ballpark there.
For sure.
The prices are always going up.
Everything's going up. Everything's going up.
I was gonna say inflation, right? That's definitely another place that if you're coming here, you're gonna spend some time. You're gonna go to the Dash game.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Another thing, if you kind of grew up right here in Winston, if you went camping, you probably went to Pilot Mountain.
Yeah. It's 20-30 minutes away from Winston Salem. Easy trip up the road, and it's pretty out there.
It is. I mean, good days you'll see all the way down into Winston, and it's like 25 minutes. It's right off Highway 52.
Yep.
A little bit cooler there in the summertime because you gain a little bit in elevation, so you go ahead and be 5 degrees cooler maybe.
Yeah. Which I'll take when it's 95 degrees out here.
Can make a big difference.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And some other things that you'll probably see about Winston, particularly at different times of years. I don't know too many other places where you're going to run like a 5K or a half marathon and then
eat a bunch of Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, you're going to eat a dozen donuts. I'm parched.
Yeah, there's a Krispy Kreme run, right?
Yeah, the Krispy Kreme runs.
Yeah.
So, you're going to notice things like that. In the holidays, Moravian sugar cookies from Dewey's or from Mrs. Haynes.
Yeah, and the sugar cakes, the Moravian sugar cakes, the Moravian cookies, because the Moravians settled.
They settled Old Salem.
Yeah.
So if you come here around the holidays, if you come here around Christmas, New Year, somewhere in there, you are going to see a billion, with a B, billion Moravian stars. Everybody's got one on the front porch. The Old Salem Bridge, like we mentioned.
Oh yeah.
It's got about 100 of them right there on that bridge.
Wake Chapel has them. But they are pretty.
They are very pretty.
They're very pretty, but you are going to see a lot of them.
A ton of Moravian stars.
Christmas.
They're everywhere. So just come prepared.
Yeah.
Just take in the experience.
So if you see that 30-pointed star, or how many ever points it is, and you're like, what is that? Moravian star.
And I think like one of the last things we should mention about Winston that we haven't talked about yet is traffic.
Oh, the worst 5 minutes of rush hour traffic.
You'll find yourself cursing school buses because that's usually the only time you get
That's true. That's true.
When school kicks back in and all that, you're like, these buses, they're everywhere. I mean, when these kids got to go to school.
Yeah.
They're actually probably the worst traffic in all of Winston. Meadowlark.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
The pickup and drop off line on Meadowlark.
Yeah. But it's, you spend 30 minutes complaining about the 5 minutes of rush hour traffic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously this video was made in jest. There's a lot that we love about Winston. We enjoy it here. It's a great place to live.
It is.
If you're interested in more in Winston, click the subscribe button, like this video, share it with your friends, smash it. But there's, all those little comments and quirks about Winston. If you have your own sayings about Winston,
we know you've got some too.
Yeah.
You know that we've missed some things here.
I've been told that I'm as useless as tits on a warthog before. that I need to go ahead and wrap cellophane around my ankles to keep the ants from getting to my candy ass. There's lots of different ones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of inappropriate ones.
Those
Those are the safe ones for the golf course. There's a lot more inappropriate ones. But if we can help you, let us know. I'm Joel, 336-582-9210, or Joel at SandmanRealtyNC.com.
And I'm Fletcher, 336-689-5677, or Fletcher at SandmanRealtyNC.com. And I'm probably going to go get some Texas Pete, throw it on a Krispy Kreme, down the hatch.
Any of you guys are in the medical profession, come check on him. He sounds like he's hyperventilating, and that's not a healthy diet.